breathing is an extremely powerful tool that we have and that we can do anytime to really help us reduce our anxiety and reduce our stress. It works in the moment when we're having a stressful moment or a stressful situation, but it also helps throughout the day, just help us kind of maintain a level of, I wouldn't say stress free, but maybe stress less times. When we're talking about breathing, each breath supplies our bodies with the needed oxygen, nutrients. When we are breathing in, we get that fresh oxygen and those nutrients that are pushed through our entire bodies. All of our organs are getting this through our breath and the blood pushed through our bodies. As we exhale or breathe out, we're releasing that carbon dioxide, and there's some waste that comes out with that. So we want to make sure that we're not breathing poorly or breathing shallowly. So we are getting that fresh oxygen into our bloodstream, and we're releasing or getting rid of that carbon dioxide and that waste. Poor breathing, and a lot of poor breathing is just our shallow breathing. It's real shallow and it's short and it's rapid a lot of the time. It releases gases, and they really do contribute to muscle tension, just kind of that achy feeling that you might have. It can contribute to anxiety, depression, headaches is a big one, and fatigue is a big one as well if we're not getting that fresh oxygen and getting rid of that carbon dioxide waste. It contributes, it adds these other symptoms, and it makes us harder to cope with stressful situations or maintain a level, kind of a good baseline level of relaxation for the most part. Becoming aware of our breathing habits or patterns that we may have when something stressful happens or when we're more tired, we become more aware of that and start to slow down and normalize our breathing or focus on our breathing. This will not only enhance our physiological well-being because we're getting rid of that waste and putting in fresh stuff in our bodies, but it also helps our emotional and mental well-being. You know, it helps with the anxiety and that depression as well, and that fatigue. Normalizing our breathing or practicing deep breathing will balance the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our bodies. We want more oxygen, less carbon dioxide. It will normalize our heart rate, and it does reduce muscle tension and reduce fatigue. So the difference when we're talking about deep breathing, what this really means is abdominal breathing, or we're breathing with our stomach. What we're typically doing, especially when we're in a stressful situation, is we use our chest to breathe with. And this is where our chest becomes very shallow. I mean, our breathing becomes very shallow. It's irregular and it can be frequent. And I mean, regular can be rapid, and we frequently hold our breath for a long period of time and we're not realizing it. Of course, that we get too little oxygen in our bodies and a buildup of carbon dioxide. And interesting, our brains, particularly our brain organ, our brain needs about 25% of our oxygen. It takes 25% of our oxygen, and we need to make sure that we're getting enough of that fresh oxygen up to our brain for it to optimize or to work optimally, to work the best it can work. So we want to make sure that we're taking these deep abdominal or stomach breaths to get that fresh oxygen in and push that carbon dioxide out. It makes us feel more tired, we have less energy, and it's linked with a lot of lifestyle choices and stress and anxiety and other forms of emotional distress when we're not aware of our breathing habits and we're using this shallow breathing. It is associated with chronic stress. We have chronic stress, there's usually poor breathing habits. There's more muscle tension, there's more bad posture, painful feelings, and this is physical painful feelings, but also those emotional painful feelings. So it's that chest breathing that we just do. We really kind of stopped and focused on it. We would realize we do it a lot. So we want to be able to do our abdominal breathing. It's a natural breathing of newborns. We all naturally do this when we're first born, and then we're sleeping. we watch that area to make sure it's moving, right? When we're watching a baby sleep. This air is drawn deep into our lungs as our abdomen expands. It also kind of makes us slow down to do abdominal breathing because we have to take a really deep breath and use our stomachs. We're using different muscles to take this breathing in. So it slows us down, not just with our breath, but it slows everything else down as well. We kind of have to slow our thoughts down. We have to slow our movement down to be able to focus on this deep breathing. And there's a rhythm to it, and the rhythm equals relaxation for this. We're going to get more energy by doing this abdominal breathing, and it is the easiest way to relax the body. So to do abdominal breathing or to practice this abdominal breathing, first we want to dedicate time to doing this. I'm going to say it again. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. We can do deep breathing anywhere. And that's why it makes this one of the best relaxation and stress responses that we can do, because we can do it anywhere at any time. But we want to also take dedicated time to practice this deep breathing. And we have this dedicated time, and you don't need a lot of time. You can start with 3 minutes. You work your way up to 10 minutes. Some people are doing 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but start with just a few minutes. Make sure you're comfortable. You have on comfortable clothes, but you're in a comfortable place as well, and a place that gets rid of any disruptions. So turn off the phone, put the dog outside, and give yourself this dedicated, uninterrupted time to practice this deep breathing. You can do it in a chair, you can do it lying down, you can do it standing up. And we don't want to force it. If we force this, it can make us more stressed out. I have done this in the past where I was forcing it and I became lightheaded. So you don't want to do that either. And you want to start with this time, and you want to do 5 to 10 reps to start off with. And what we're doing, if you want to go ahead and practice your abdominal breathing. So if you're in a chair, go ahead and sit up straight and put both feet on the floor. And make sure your back is rested against the back of the chair. Or if you're lying down, you're relaxed on your bed and you're in a comfortable position. But make sure your legs are uncrossed and your arms are, you're going to put your hands on your chest and your stomach. But just first, let's start with breathing slowly in through your nose. And as you breathe in slowly through your nose, focus on pushing your stomach out. So it's kind of like, I want to fill my stomach with the air. I want to create a balloon or a bubble with my stomach and fill it with that oxygen you just breathe in through your nose. So expand your stomach. And then as you breathe out or you exhale, press or push your stomach back in towards, pushing that belly button in towards your spine. So you're pushing all that air out, that carbon dioxide out of your body. And you can breathe in through your nose, and you can push it out through your nose as well. You can push it out through your mouth. It's important to, when you're practicing the deep breathing, if you're not too stopped up, to breathe in through the nose, because the nose has all the filters in there, so it helps filter out any pollutants in the air. But it's also a direct inflow into your lungs as well. So let's try that again. So breathe in slowly through your nose and expand your stomach. And then exhale slowly through your nose or your mouth and push that stomach in. Push that bad air out of you, that bad oxygen out of you. If you want to see if you're breathing more with your chest or your stomach, put a hand on your chest and a hand on your stomach. And as you do this again, just see which hand rises farther. It should be the hand on your stomach. That's what we're going for. So breathe in again, slowly through your nose and expand your stomach. Breathe with your stomach, your abdomen. And then slowly breathe out and press that stomach. Push all that air out of you. And then rest for a second. And then we'll try this one more time. So breathe in slowly. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Expand that abdomen. And then exhale through your mouth, your nose. Push all that bad air out. We'll do it one last time. Breathe in slowly and deeply through your nose. And take in another gulp of air as you can. And then breathe out slowly. And push that belly button back to your spine. Get all that carbon dioxide out. I can kind of already tell within me and that it's changed the feel of the room. It's changed how I'm feeling. I'm already slower and just a little bit more relaxed with just doing this basic breathing with my abdomen. You might have noticed also the more breaths that you did, you were able to take a deeper breath. So you were expanding your lungs and your abdomen to get more air into you. That's a good thing because you're getting a really deep breath, that really fresh oxygen into your system. So I want to practice this focus breath. And this is taking just what we've done, that abdominal breathing, focusing on that breath. We're going to do it slowly. Inhale with our nose, breathing with our abdomen, and exhaling. But as we do that, I want you to have a picture in your mind or a word or a phrase that helps you feel more relaxed. So think about this word or picture or phrase that you're going to do and go ahead and close your eyes. And just take a few big, deep abdominal breaths. And make sure you're breathing in, take as big of a breath as you can. And as you breathe out, press out all that air. So your next breath starts with that fresh oxygen. Your eyes are closed. Now, next time you breathe in slowly, think of that word or that phrase or that picture and breathe in that phrase that makes you feel more relaxed or calm. I'm going to breathe in peace and calm. So say that to yourself and picture that. I'm breathing in deeply, peace and calm. And as you breathe out, say in your mind, I breathe out stress and anxiety. And push it all the way out. So I want us to do that a couple of times. Breathe in abdominally and deep breaths. Breathe in your peace, breathing in calm. And I'm going to breathe out stress and tension. Breathe in slowly, breathe in peace, breathe in calm, and breathe out stress, and breathe out tension. Breathe in peace, breathe in calm, and breathe out stress, breathe out tension. And one last time. We're going to breathe in peace. We're going to breathe in calm. Take in another breath of peace and another breath of calm. And breathe out stress. Breathe out that tension. Push out stress. Push out tension. Okay. Now you can take a break. And maybe I always feel like shaking my shoulders out, kind of cracking my neck just to, feeling better. Shake that tension out, shake that stress out. Another breathing technique is the sigh breath. Again, we want to make sure we're using our abdomen to breathe, but we're taking in a deep breath and sucking all the air that you can possibly suck in. By now, you should be able to get a really big, deep breath. But as you exhale, push all the air out of you with a sigh and kind of push it out fairly forcefully. Don't hurt yourself and make a noise. So it kind of sounds like. So you want to make it audible. So try that a few times. Just breathe in, take as much air as you possibly can. Exhale. And try that again. Breathe in. Taking all the air you can. And press out, push out all that air out of you. Let's try it one last time. Push out all that air. The sigh. I find myself doing this throughout the day, just doing that sigh. It just feels good to kind of get it out of you, audibly get it out of you too. I want to do this yawning breath. It helps with easing some, especially those of you that might have some jaw pain or even neck or tension pain. It helps with that tension that can go on in our face and neck. But of course, breathe in slowly. We're breathing slowly again through our abdomen and our nose. And we're going to open our mouth as wide as you possibly can. Stretch your arms over your head and breathe out yawning. So kind of like this, so you want to audibly breathe out, but it's also when I open my mouth as wide as I can, I'm easing some of that tension up in here and then my neck, and with my arms out and breathe them, get this shoulder and neck tension out. So let's try this. So breathe in slowly through your nose, open your mouth wide. Okay, try it again. Be as loud as you can. I already feel better. I'm gonna try it one more time. Oh, yeah. Okay. And one last breathing or there might be two more breathing exercises I want us to try. This 4x4 breathing. What you're going to do is you're going to breathe in through your nose for a count of 4 using your abdomen. Hold that for a count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 4, and then relax for a count of 4, and then you do it again. And ideally, you do it 4 times, or more than 4, at least 4. So you breathe in through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it, 2, 3, 4, and then release your breath, 2, 3, 4. Now relax. Okay, and if you're ready, let's do this again. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, and then release, 2, 3, 4. And relax. Just take a normal breath, 2. And then again, breathe in through your nose, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, and then release, 2, 3, push it all out, 4, and then relax, just do a normal breath. And then one last time, breathe in through your nose, 2, 3, keep breathing, 4, now hold it, 2, 4, and now release slowly, 2, 3, 4, and push it all out. And then now just breathe normally. Hope y'all are feeling pretty good now. Hope y'all are feeling maybe a little bit more energized to just do some of these breathing exercises. Energized and relaxed all at the same time. And then so this last one, it's an alternate breathing, and this helps with our sinus as well. So if you have some sinus issues, this really helps, and it can be confusing. So you want to put your index finger and your second finger of your right hand on your forehead. So index finger, second finger, the right side of your forehead. Close your right nostril with your thumb and inhale slowly through your left nostril. Close your left nostril with your ring finger. At the same time, open your right nostril by removing your thumb and exhale soundlessly through your right nostril, meaning you'll have to exhale pretty slowly. So when you do that, now you'll want to inhale through your right nostril, close your right nostril with your thumb at the same time opening your left nostril, and you exhale through that left nostril. And now you want to start the cycle over again. So we're going to inhale through our left nostril and breathing with your abdomen, close your left nostril, open up your right nostril, and then breathe out with your right nostril. Now breathe in through your right nostril, close that right nostril. At the same time, open your left nostril and breathe out through that left nostril. So it's that alternate breathing. It took me a minute to kind of, what am I doing?
Yeah, but it involves coordination.
It does involve coordination.
Which I'm short on. So
it's like doing math sometimes, like, what is this?
This may be as good really as laughing yoga for me, trying to get this
right. What's happening? But really, you're closing one nostril to breathe in through one nostril, but you want to exhale through the opposite nostril. So breathing in through one, but exhaling through the other. So you're taking that inhale breath through one nostril and exhaling out through the opposite nostril. And it does help with de-stressing, but also with that sinuses. If you have some sinus. If you can't breathe through one nostril, if you're really stopped up, this might not be the breathing exercise right now, but it is something to help us with those sinuses and stress management. So I said earlier, we want to take some dedicated time to do deep breathing exercises, and we just practiced a few of them. There is a ton of deep breathing exercises you can do, starting with 2 to 3 minutes and working your way up to maybe 5 minutes to 10 minutes, maybe all the way up to 20 minutes of dedicated time to do this deep breathing. But it's also, like I said, do this anywhere. Maybe you are walking from here to your car, and you just want to practice some abdominal breathing. I just really want to practice and focus on that and slow myself. That's what I want to do. When I go on walks for exercise, I take time with that walk to really focus on my breathing. Do it before you go to sleep. Do it when you're in the elevator. Do it when you're sitting in traffic. Do it anywhere. Because the more we practice deep breathing, the more it will become a natural part of our day. And it'll also become more a natural response when something stressful happens. I mean, even right now, when something stressful happens, I know my breath gets more shallow and my shoulders go like this. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay. And that's not helping me be able to think clearly. And it makes me more stressed out. So if I can, okay, let me get this fresh oxygen in, push out that carbon dioxide so I can think better, I can respond in a better way and be less stressed and maybe not make a big deal out of it. Maybe. If you are practicing journaling or you do journal, a journal prompt for you this week is maybe write about a place, a person, a thing that gives you that peace or that calmness or that sense of comfort. And write about that place. Why does it give you that? When was the last time you were there? How can you get there more often or see that person more often or have that thing around you more often to help promote more peace and calmness in your daily life?